Now, experts have today come out and said that girls under the age of 18 should be banned from getting cosmetic procedures like lip fillers and Botox, with fears that thousands are being left permanently damaged by them. Really worrying to think that girls that young are having cosmetic procedures. It's interesting also the language around it. It's girls. It's about girls, isn't it? You know, rather than young people. There's no regulation around this at all, which is really surprising.
I'm really surprised by this, and obviously I am a total, absolute no Botox.
At any age?
Well, I mean, my children, I'll talk about both of them. They're both over 25, and I'd still say no Botox. You know, just I'm all for let's just grow old gracefully, and you know, if you're under 18, that's like you're still forming. I think I used to get bullied at school and called rubber lips because my lips were this size when I was 4. They were this size when I was 3. They were this, and they're still this same size. But I grew into my lips, but it was.
I love that. My lips came first.
Yeah, I'm totally throwing myself by that one. But yeah, and so I'm much for the natural. You know, let's just keep your lips how they are, and it's just you don't know what you're injecting in these into your bodies.
But what if your lips are, you know, I've got like Joker lips, like the Joker. I've got no lips, right? Yeah. And I would love to have bigger lips. I wouldn't do the filler thing because you end up looking like a trout most of the time.
But not at 18. But it's that thing under 18.
No, but if I had kids, then I would absolutely ban them. I'd rather they had a tattoo than stuff put in their lips.
Well, I mean, it's interesting you say that with tattoos.
Parents allow it.
You can't have a tattoo before you're 18 years of age. There's regulation around sunbeds. I think it's for under 16. We'll have to check. That might be different in different places. But there's no minimum age for filler injections in the UK. Anyone, whether they're a medical professional or a non-medic, like a beautician, is able to administer injectable cosmetic procedures. The only thing is you've got to have a infection control certificate.
But the thing is, when we talk a lot, don't we, these days about, and I really hate saying social media because I think we just say it all the time, but it is a fact that young people are growing up photographing themselves maybe hundreds of times a day, and we would go the whole day, wouldn't we, without looking at ourselves. And I think because of that, there's a lot of warped thinking with young people about the way that they look. I certainly see that sometimes with my daughters, what they say about themselves, you know. And I had a warped way of thinking when I was younger about the way I looked. And I think it would have been really scary if I'd been growing up in this time, if I'd known I'd been able to get the stuff that you can get online and get all the... I would have been doing it. And it would have been so wrong.
Do your girls do it?
No, God, no.
But what if they wanted to, though? Would you let them?
Well, the point that we're making here is that we don't need to let them. We don't have any control as parents because you can go in and get it done without our permission.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you've got a 16-year-old girl who's going to have a fair amount of independence, I mean, if they want to go out and go to the local beautician, the beautician says, yeah, that's fine, I'll do it for you, you're only going to go crazy after the event.
Yeah, whereas if it was regulated and they needed my signature or they needed your mum to be in there with you...
Doesn't anyone say to them, think about how you're going to look when you're in your 50s? I mean, we look bad enough, but you know,
Harold, go back to when you were 16.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Go back to when you were 16. Could anybody say to you,
no,
imagine what you... 50? I was going to be dead at 50.
Yeah, me too.
There's no point in
talk about the expense side of things as well.
Yes,
how can an under 18-year-old afford so many Botox
like
things? Where do they get their money from?
I don't know.
I want that job.
Well, I mean, it's a very lucrative industry, isn't it? I mean, you've been through a facelift, which you've been very open about.
Yeah, but I was 50-something when I had it done.
Yeah, but they want to sell you stuff. I'm sure you met some, you know,
Well, I did. I saw a couple of surgeons who wanted to literally pull my ears around the back of my head, and I just said no. So...
I've wanted to do that a few times.
Yeah.
We need more regulation across the board.
I love you too.
Just to regulate her.
Don't be horrible.
I know, but the people who are in this industry need to be trustworthy. They need to have a real kind of sense of...
It's about money, and
it's all about money.
That's it.